The next step in our AI assisted writing process is to do some research on the topic or the keyword that we've chosen. You can see here from the last video that I've decided to do an article contribution margin. I type that in, and then you can see all the results here that are on page 1 of Google. For me, it's important to understand why the content that is ranking on page 1 is, right? Is it really high quality? Is it a super powerful site that's published it? Or in the best case scenarios, what I look for is where a website who really has no business writing about that topic has somehow written in an article and it's been indexed and ranked super high by Google and doesn't really make sense. Then once you look at the article, in the best case scenario, it's super weak. It's shallow. It doesn't really add anything new. You can tell an expert didn't write the article. For me, that is a complete gold mine because I know this is my thing. And that's what you should look for, right? Your area of expertise where you say, I can write an article 2, 3, 5, 10 times better than anything that's out there. And I know that Google is going to understand me. They're going to understand what I've written, and they're going to let me take spot number 1, 2, 3, etc. And that's how this works. So first, as I mentioned, we do the research to understand how competitive a topic is, to understand how in-depth and how comprehensive our article needs to be. In addition, what we're looking for is to see what topics are covered in each of the competitors' articles on a topic. We have to know what the competitors are saying and then say the same thing in a different way. But then we also add new and relevant information they've missed that an expert would know must exist in this article for someone to really walk away with a complete picture and to feel like their question has been answered. As a general best practice, when you're trying to analyze the competition for your article and your keyword, you want to understand what websites are super strong and tough competitors and which ones aren't. Typically, if you see an article written by Quora or any other sort of forum, that means that there's not anything else better written on that topic online. So those are the best case scenario of what you're looking for with a competitor. Alternatively, if there's someone writing an article on which they really know nothing about and it's a completely different industry and topic, and they were just opportunistic and trying to rank and get some traffic, you know that you can probably beat them pretty easily. However, in our case here, if we take a look, the first competitor is Shopify, which is, I would say, a moderate competitor. Then it's Investopedia, moderate competitor. Harvard Business Review, very tough competitor. Wikipedia, tough competitor. And then it goes on like that. So I can see the top 10 competitors are all pretty relevant to the topic. So that means that I need to come and bring my A game when I'm writing this article. As you can see on my screen, I have a plugin, an Ahrefs toolbar that gives me some additional insights on competitors to help me understand how strong their website is, how much traffic they're getting from this article, what their keywords are, and some other relevant pieces of information that are more related to keyword research. There's different free tools and paid tools that you can use, but it just makes the process a little bit easier. For me, I find it to be pretty valuable to have these, but you can also do a really good job without them. If you're getting started, I recommend keeping it simple and just using a qualitative assessment to look at your competitors and assess how strong they are or not. I'm also going to show you a few other tricks that you need to consider in the research phase. Once you type in your keyword, you can click next to it and Google will show you the most common search phrases and variations that people are looking for. What this means is that you should probably cover each of these in your article, at least with some level of depth. In addition, Google also tells you explicitly what people are searching for. So if you can answer these questions, you're going to just check all the boxes that Google's looking for to say, wow, this article is in depth, it's comprehensive, it's written by someone who knows what they're talking about, and they've answered every single variation of what someone is really trying to figure out here. And that's how you get your content to rank really, really well. Alternatively, at this point in time, you may see that the topic you've chosen is just too competitive for where you're at right now. If you're looking to write an article and actually get some momentum by seeing it rank, choosing a topic as tough as this may not be your best bet. So you'd have to go back to step 1 and pick a more manageable topic with lower competition, but still high volume. So after you publish it, you have a fairer shot at getting to the top. Once you write more and more articles, Google starts to understand you, your topic, your expertise. So when you write adjacent articles, it'll trust you and rank them higher, faster. So for me, this is something I'm very comfortable with writing because I know that's what my site's about. I have several hundred articles on related topics, so I know I can win here. There's one last piece that we want to highlight here in our research phase, and this is known as the featured snippet. All the way at the top, Google has taken a bit of text from one of the articles, and this is a bit of text that has really succinctly answered the question that people are trying to answer. So when you're writing your article, you're going to want to write a better variation of this. If you do that and cover all the other bases that we talked about at this point, well, Google's just going to love you. That's how this works. You need to ensure that you're understanding what Google requires, and then when you actually write the article, you make a really good article. You put the pieces together, and it just comes together once you publish it. And people overthink how to rank articles, but really, that's the secret sauce.